just got out of work. I lifted this morning, worked all day. We're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go train. We got the gi pants on. We are... And when you find your passion, it ignites you as a person. Hello, what is going on? My name is Crystal. If this is your first time meeting me, welcome back to my channel. If you have watched more than one video and haven't subscribed yet, and you watched more than one video, like, stop being weird. For my returning subscribers, come in. Let's... Forehead kiss. All right. And yeah, so I'm putting together an Amazon store. And once I have that all created, I'll put a link, but this shirt's funny. In today's role, in the left corner, we have Darth Vader. You can call me the young lady Skywalker. This is the first time meeting my father. Still owes me child support. Darth has been training for a while. I think he told me he's been training for about 10 years. This is my first time rolling with him. I have no clue what belt he is. I mean, he feels like a brown belt, just very slick and doesn't try very hard, unlike white belts. Darth needs to gear up. So he's putting on his ear protection. He probably doesn't want to get the good old cauliflower ear, which happens when your ears bend over itself and causes fluid retention, which then hardens into a cauliflower shape and makes it difficult for you to put in earbuds. He tries to pummel for underhooks. I pummel back because anybody who gets underhooks on you with their butterfly hooks in has a dominant position. I go to press his knee down and go to pass with that posted arm weaved between his legs, and I try to step over, but as any experienced person would do, he follows me. I put a post down to prevent his legs from following me and step over. I'm trying to work my way up his body Khabib style, and he manages to slide a butterfly hook in. And so I abandoned that and put my weight back. I am controlling his biceps here because I know he's up to no good, Darth. You can't trust Darth. I work to control his biceps. That way I can control him getting any type of grip on my arm. And he ends up with I think that was an inverted arm bar that he just did. But we tap and we restart. I go again to pass his guard. He is looking to gain half guard, and I am looking to post up and then also cross face in order to prevent him from coming up on a single leg, but he's doing a really good job of tucking his head in. And now he's trying to reach for my far leg in order to take me down. And I am using my arm to post on the back of his head. That way I can get him away from my legs. And he doesn't, after that post, he doesn't try further. It's either because he's an upper belt and he's just doesn't want to like mess with that. So I try again to pass half guard, and I staple his arm to the ground. I had tried this move before, and I had stapled a little closer to the elbow, and I ended up getting swept. But for this round, I stapled closer to the wrist, and now he tries to go up for like a guillotine grip and a sweep. And now I believe he is trying to go for... He's trying to set up some high level shit. I don't even know what he's trying to go for right now. And so he switches to an omoplata. And typically with an omoplata, they try to butt scoop forward to get you flat. So I stay in a turtle position, and he reaches to my far side arm to try to finish, but I feel his weight is off of the ground, and I go for pretty much like a fat man roll. And then he rolls me back over, and I am on the bottom of side control. I post hard on his hip in order to make room for my knee to go back in to try to recover at least half guard. He then steps over my leg to gain mount position. I then go over to my side to try to get my leg over to improve my position by going to a half guard position, and I'm getting a phone call from somebody. All right, and let's get back to it. Oh, now we're back at it, and he has me in what looks like a triangle, and I am trying to rotate out of it, and I had my hand tucked, so I was able to get out of the triangle and get out of being armbarred. And I sat forward on his legs to attempt to pass his guard, and then we roll out of frame. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut out that part and get back to the part of us rolling. So we go back into frame. We start out with me inside his closed guard. I start by controlling his hips and seek to control his biceps because I want to stand up and do a knee in to break the guard. I can feel that he's trying to push my arm between his legs, and I can feel him trying to set up a triangle anytime that you're in somebody's guard and they try to actively push your arm in between their legs aggressively, like an aggressive prom date. I love that setup. They're trying to triangle you. So he successfully gets a triangle setup, and I am rotating to rotate out of it. It's part of a technique for a triangle defense, and I end up getting rolled into a mounted triangle, and then the buzzer is up and I am saved by the bell. And he then tells me, like, don't worry, I don't know what to do from a mounted triangle anyway, which I say, which I responded back like, okay, Darth, like, we both know you know what to do from a mounted triangle. What are some key takeaways from this roll? So one key takeaway is setting up a triangle. If you are ever trying to set up a triangle, one great way to do it is to grab the person's wrist and not only shove it between your legs and through your legs, but at that same time, you can basically hop over their arm in order to get a triangle. So getting the triangle set up and then latching onto your shin before they have a chance to posture up is the name of the game. If you're going against somebody stronger than you or bigger than you and they posture up before you get a chance to latch on to your shin, it's game over. There's no way you can overpower their hip thrust, basically their good morning. It's like their good morning versus your like hamstring curl. Like, it's just not, there's no comparison there. So that's a really good way to set something up. And if you've ever done a fat man roll before, like that typically does not work against fat people, believe it or not. I have had so many failures trying to do a fat man roll against a bigger person, and every time I laugh because I'm like, I don't know why they call it a fat person roll. I did look up a way to do it that is more effective. So basically, I think some things that I've been doing incorrectly with the fat man roll that makes the move more ineffective. So what I mean by that is my fat man roll works against people who are my weight lower and my weight and maybe plus 30 to 40 pounds. Once I get bigger than me, like 50 pounds and up, my fat man roll does not work. It has never worked with somebody who has been 200 pounds. It's never been worked with somebody that's, you know, heavier. And I think the reason for that, actually, like looking at some of the videos that my previous coach, Jay Jack, has posted, they say it's a fat man roll, but what it looks like is it's actually like a fat man step through. So I think if I become more active with my legs, I would be able to execute this on bigger people, which is, you know, the name of the game. When you are a female or a small person in jiu-jitsu, you know what I'm talking about. Like, your technique has to be on point in order for shit to work. If I was rolling with people that were my weight and lower, if that was the entire gym, my jiu-jitsu would be, yeah, anything would work. All right, so thank you so much for watching. It was my pleasure to spend some time with you, and now I'm going to get another meal in and go to jiu-jitsu. It's gonna be some gi jiu-jitsu, and hopefully have enough time to digest everything, because this morning I definitely ate way too close to trying to do squats and I wanted to puke. So let's not repeat that for the nighttime round. All right, so thank you so much for watching. If you made it through this entire video, go ahead and subscribe. We should be friends. Let me show up in your feed. You don't need to watch me, you know, it's consensual viewing. And if you are a smaller person on the mat, just know, you know, you have to have like a heart of a lioness, because coming up in jiu-jitsu when you're a smaller person on the mat is definitely more challenging. But as long as you focus on technique and figuring out the why behind why something isn't working, and those little small technical details, that will make your jiu-jitsu work. Okay, so just focus on the small technical details of what makes things work. And yeah, and if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment, or if you see something that I'm doing or if you have some game advice for me. I had another comment that was left that was like really helpful towards defending an Americana, because I find myself getting Americana'd when I'm trying to pass half guard, and that's something that occurs to me very frequently. So as always, if something is occurring with you like occurring to you very frequently, there is always a solution in jiu-jitsu. That's the beauty of it. So I have, you know, a little game to try out, which I'm pretty excited about. All right, so until next time, bye.